There is panic in Beijing. China has recently been rising as a world economic giant. It has enough resources to fuel its economy and feed its billion-plus population. But China is no longer safe, at least not until it finds a way to tame this rogue African president. The status quo indicates that China's greatest investment is in Africa. It has invested far in the north, in the west, in the Horn, and down to the Zululand. It has mobilized both private and public resources to fuel these investments. It has been garnering billions in form of interest from loans offered to African nations. But all this hangs in the balance. As the world continues to prepare for maybe the greatest depression ever, China has its sure bet on Africa. But this sure bet is no longer sure. Will China find a way to tame him? This president is energetic, determined, visionary, and history has it. He never fails in whatever he starts. He has uprooted giants in the name of dynasties, despite their roots growing deeper since independence. He outwitted the resources of the cable syndicate, camouflaging as the deep state. Will China bulldoze its way past this raging threat? Before we delve into details and reveal who this president is and what he is doing that has thrown China off balance, please subscribe to our channel and share and like our videos. This will help us in making better videos. It is alleged that on January 20th, China President Xi Jinping called a panic meeting to discuss the trip made by the Kenyan president to the West. Oh yes, we have revealed the president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. The meeting was attended by Li Yujin, Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Bank of China, Liu Kun, Minister of Finance, Qin Gang, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China, other policymakers, and think tanks and sharks in the Chinese government. In the meeting, the agenda was to devise ways to tame the Kenyan president, who in a short while has proven to be a force to reckon with. President Ruto has become a riddle the Chinese are working day and night to find an answer to. He has proven to be an unsolvable puzzle, especially by common means. He is not a simple disease to cure with some ancient Chinese herb. The Chinese dynasties went into panic mode after President Ruto started mobilizing and rallying the African heads of state, with one agenda of renegotiating all debts the current African regimes are owing China. President Ruto won the hearts of African heads of state after solely delivering a heart-convicting, mind-blowing, and position-changing speech during the UN Convention on Climate Change, COP27. It seems he didn't only get a standing ovation, but he subjected their hearts to his will through persuasion. Just recently, the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, described President Ruto as a difficult man to negotiate with. He found himself signing agreements per President Ruto's wishes. Under 100 days in office, President Ruto was named the most influential African head of state, 13th globally, and 3rd influential new leader globally. This reveals exactly what China is dealing with. Unfortunately, they don't have anyone to borrow tactics to tame him, as even former President Uhuru could not despite all the resources at his disposal. Back to our story now. Beijing is in panic as President Ruto has easily and swiftly been getting new investors from the West. He has been signing billions of dollars in investment, and amazingly, he has been getting the better part of the bargains. The future of China investing in Kenya seems dull and opportunities continue to shrink. As if that is not enough, President Ruto canceled multi-billion projects that were to be undertaken by China. These were projects that former President Uhuru Kenyatta had already signed into a deal with Beijing. No wonder we are describing it as a sure bet that is no longer sure. With President Ruto reversing the monopoly of China in investments, Beijing will have to rethink its relationship with Nairobi. But they are super cautious as President Ruto has already proved to be able to pull off whatever he puts his heart to do. Is President Ruto the next Gaddafi? Only time will tell. Immediately after putting his grip on the scepter of power, President Ruto went on voyages, making deals with American President Mr. Joe Biden. This was not enough. He found himself in the midst of Queen Elizabeth's mourners. But his agenda was not to mourn, but to get the newly appointed UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, to sign an investment deal with Nairobi. Before even the cloud of mourning had settled in the UK, Rishi Sunak was sending billions of pounds to Kenya for investment. No wonder China is in panic mode. Lastly, the parastatals that former President Uhuru had put as security for the loans granted to his regime were frozen from immediate liquidation. The process of privatizing the Mombasa port was just a way to make it easy for China to take the port just in case Kenya faltered its loan payment. President Ruto has ensured that in case China was to decide to take the port, it would be too hard as it would be buried under massive bureaucracy to the end that its effort would be futile. Maybe at last Gaddafi's agenda for the United States of Africa will come to pass. Our prayers to this East African president to succeed in his efforts to unite our mother continent to the end we become great and achieve the betterment of our generations today and tomorrow. Do you support the renegotiation of terms of payment of loans given to African countries? Let us know your view in the comment section. We hope this was informative and entertaining for you. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos. This will go far in helping us make better videos. Until next time, keep twitting and achieving your dreams. Don't let anything put you down. Bye for now.